Hello gamers, welcome to today's video. It's a little bit different compared to my other videos, which is mostly... No! Ah! Newer one. You son of a bitch. Oh my god, it's coming for me, it's coming for me! Ah! There's something here we're supposed to... Oh, wait a minute, Prim. Yeah. Today I wanted to just talk a little bit as I'm drawing this image. I wanted to practice making backgrounds for a while now, and thanks to kind of this drawing challenge I've given myself to post on this channel, I've been given a lot of opportunities to draw that, as well as the background that I drew for the starting soon screen for Primrose. Now, this didn't have any project behind it, however, I just wanted to practice buildings and city-like stuff, but I'm really not great with perspective and city-like stuff. So I decided to do a strange perspective. Okay. A strange perspective where it's like... There's a spider on my ceiling. A strange perspective where the shapes aren't meant to be very cohesive and proper like you would normally have it for buildings and stuff. And I think in total this took 14 hours, more or less, in the span of 3 days because I have other stuff to do. But it took me a while actually, but it gave me a lot of insight on drawing in general. I think I got really tired towards the end of it where I was just like, I don't want to draw this anymore, just get it done with. So the coloring is not great. The piece is called Above the Clouds. And the idea was that in the middle there's this portal, as you will see later on, that's very pretty and bright and cute and light. And essentially it is above the clouds. This cityscape that's looks abandoned and dark, and things are attached to it that shouldn't be attached to it, and there's a crosswalk going through the middle, and then there's me at the top. So what I'm trying to be like is that I'm not from this world. I'm from somewhere else. Because I'm a Cupid, Cupids would be living in the clouds per se, right? And this is above the clouds, this weird distorted world. That was kind of my idea for it. But again, art is in the beholder of... Hold on, let me look up that quote. I can't never remember that quote. Art is in the eye of the beholder. I just remembered it before I searched it up. So however you see it, however you interpret this piece, it's a win for me, whatever it is, because everybody sees something else than another person would. And that's what I love about art. Now that I'm done talking about this piece, I would like to talk about myself for a little bit. Every year, I make myself a goal. Not just one goal. I make myself many goals. Many goals that, honestly, I don't achieve a lot of them by the end of the year, but that's not the point. The point is to go for these goals and strive for them. Big things take long time to make, and you have to work towards that. And every year, I do work towards that. And I didn't achieve it, but I am closer to that goal than I was previously, which is exciting for me to look back on, because a lot of the times I look back at these goals a year later on New Year's and think, wow, this was me a year ago. I talk about what I achieved that year and then what I want to achieve in the next year. And I do that every year. And it's actually very, I'm not sure the word, insightful for me to see and see how I've grown in a year. Maybe the growth wasn't a lot, but it was something, you know? And that actually makes me quite feel full, you know, full of love, I guess. Now, speaking of goals, a goal of mine for many, many years was to create. I wanted to create a comic. I've known since I was a child that I wanted to be an artist, and I wanted to create videos and writing and whatever. I wanted to do it all. And for a couple years now, I've been wanting to make a comic, but I could never quite get an idea. And when I do have an idea, it was very big and expansive that I could never really do it because it just felt like a lot. However, while I was working on this piece, I had a big brain blast moment where I actually thought of something, and I got really excited because I feel like this is something that I can actually achieve. That maybe this year is the year that I finally make this comic that I've always wanted to make. And I'm actually really excited about it. This comic it's shorter, but that's how I want it to be because this is gonna be my first time making a comic. And I don't want it to be too big to where I get overwhelmed. But I feel really strongly about this story. And it's funny because this story came to me at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. while I was trying to go to sleep, and I couldn't go to sleep until 7 a.m. because my brain was like, the idea is here, finally! So I was really excited. And the other day, I did a sketch for my protagonist and some of the other characters. And I'm like, because I was just, you sometimes when you get an idea, you need to grab it and materialize it. You have to make it real, not just in your head. You need to write it down or draw it or whatever. You have to make it real, or that idea is gone. And I find myself, I struggle with this a lot. If I don't grab onto that idea is gone. That idea has gone to somebody else and it's not me. But I grabbed this idea and I'm super excited about it. So possibly throughout this year, I will be working on this comic alongside with all the other stuff that I'm working on. Now, to pull the curtain back a little bit, I make my own models, and this character, it's all me, and I want to also create a new model because I want to expand my skills with rigging and expand the Chuchu lore. The models that I create, they all have something to tie in the lore that I have created for this character. And that's also one of my goals for this year, is I want to expand on my lore. My lore, it's written out, it's figured out. However, it is a little bit complicated to say the least, and I really want to do it justice, you know? But I know that a lot of people, they don't see my lore because sometimes I'll sprinkle in a random video, or last year it was in like a Christmas and New Year video. A little bit, you know, it's very sprinkled here and there because it's not all supposed to be revealed all at once. That's the whole point. But this year I really want to give a little bit more because I'm actually quite happy with how I've written my lore, and I'm hoping that I can create something like a mini animatic or something that kind of dips its toes a little bit into my lore. It's actually really exciting to think about, as well as making the new model as well. Now, I don't know if I'll actually be able to finish the model before the end of the year because the main hurdle I go through when it comes to making a model is designing it. Designing this model took a year. Just designing, because obviously not a full year, but it took a year until I actually started making this model because I was just not happy with my other renditions, and it kept going through many passes and concepts until I was like, okay. And that is currently where I'm at. I'm at the struggling concept stage, but I can smell there's something near, but it's not quite there yet. And I want to make sure that when I come up with a design, that I'm 100% happy with it before I continue with it, because whatever products I push out onto my platform for YouTube, I want to make sure that it's something that I actually like. Like, I wouldn't play a game that I wouldn't like. If I genuinely, I'll try games, but if I genuinely don't like a game, I'm not gonna play it because my energy is not gonna be there. And the same thing I feel about my art. I want to put my best art out. Some days are not as good as others. That's just a fact. I can't be at my 100% all the time. Like, let's say my best today is not my best tomorrow, but tomorrow it's my best. You know, it all comes and goes because we are people and we don't stay static all the time. We change. So as long as I feel like I did my best, even if my best wasn't my best for all of it, if it was my best that day, then I'm happy. As people, we can't push ourselves over the limit, you know? Anywho, I feel like my goals for this year is very strive towards art, because I want to create my model, I want to create a lore, I want to create this comic, and I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it, because this is what I do it for. I do it for this excitement of creating and putting it out there for people to see, and you know, it just feels good. I feel good about it. Now, pulling the curtains back over, I'm Chuchu, I am a Cupid, and I have an editor. Editor, say hi! Say hi to everyone! Pulling the curtain back a little bit, I edit. I'm grateful to my friends for supporting me because I do feel bad sometimes when I have to step back from things, from people, because I get so overwhelmed with my work and doing so much all at once, but they support me nonetheless, and I'm eternally grateful for that. And I'm eternally grateful to you guys as well. I know I've been lacking a lot with videos. I told myself I wanted to post twice a week, at least. But it's hard to juggle everything all at once when you're a one-woman show, so I really appreciate you guys supporting me when I am able to post. I am trying to be consistent, but sometimes, with life, things get a little bit unexpected. Sometimes unexpected things will put a wrench in your wheel. You know that bicycle meme? And sometimes you just have to learn to work around it. Like making it a unicycle. And that's what I am trying to do. I'm trying to unicycle my way through this and get my flow back in. But I hope that you guys will keep supporting me as I try to maneuver my way through my own complicated, extravagant mess. When I create my comic, I will of course be sharing it here, and I hope you guys will like it when the time comes, but for now, shh, it's a secret. I'm not gonna say anything about it right now, because it's a secret, it's still in its early stages. And regarding my new model, that's also a secret. And regarding my editor, you better show her some love. She works hard. She works so hard, and just seeing you guys appreciate the work she puts in makes her super happy. Isn't that right? Okay, we don't need to hear that. Here is the final image. I hope you like it. It's not the greatest coloring wise because I kind of struggle with coloring in general, but it's pretty cute and it's not too bad for my first try doing buildings and all this kind of detailed stuff. And let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!